I want to share with you the 5 components to simplify your one-person business model. Now, keep in mind, these components will allow you to live a freedom lifestyle, meaning having time, the thing that you cannot get back from anyone or even buy, you will allow yourself to be able to enjoy your life by having the time back in order for you to spend on the things you want to love and the things you want to do or the things you feel inspired to do. Now, keep in mind, if you install these, not only you can do that, but you can also scale your business. Now, it's totally contrary to what the gurus say. So I'm gonna dive into them and help you understand why is this important. You have two sides of the coin here. You have complexity and you have a simple business model. In both cases, they are winners, but it depends on what you want to pursue within your online business career path. Okay, so I've worked within a company where they were over 30 employees, roughly like 52, 53. On average, the infrastructure that we have was very, very chaotic because there were a lot of people, a lot of stuff going on, a lot of offers being built, a lot of clients having to support, and it's a constant chaos. And on top of it, it had a high overhead of like 60,000 plus. So if you think of it for a moment, it's a bunch of stuff that you need that builds upon the business and makes your life more complex. And the reason behind it is because the idea or the purpose of it was simply to grow, 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 because people somehow praise and are mesmerized by the idea of, oh, I have a 6 figure, I have a 7 figure, I have a 8 figure company. But behind the scenes, it's a mess. There's a lot of arguments. People just are not getting what they need. Clients are being delayed and a bunch of other stuff. Meanwhile, you also have a small group of solopreneurs that are making over 100K per month. On top of it, they are simply selling one offer and they're doing it in an automated fashion. And the philosophy behind all of that is simply to have a business model that allows them to be free, not behind a PC the whole day, every single day of the week, but installing everything that has to do with simplicity and selling their 1 to 3K offer without having to worry about anything else. Now, how do they manage to grow that to a higher number without having to worry about scaling everything, building everything, managing a lot of people, etc., is by simply having 1 to 2 persons that can take care of the main crucial parts. So we don't need what people are selling us, like the gurus are selling us, but we do what we feel that is best for us. Okay, because complex is not going to help you have time for yourself. Complexity is just going to take more from you, add more to your plate, and then you're going to see, hey, I have no spare time, I have no time with family, etc. Meanwhile, that was the purpose of becoming online, or that was the purpose of building a business online, etc., etc. Okay, so you need to be careful of not building someone else's business into your own business rather than you building your business having 1 or 2 people. You can have one assistant and one editor, or you can have one designer and one editor, whatever you feel that fits best your business model or your needs and wants within your business. Okay, so when it talks about simplicity, and in reality, we are talking a bit more on efficiency. So there's no big team. Okay, so you want to basically be using tools and automation. There is no volume because you focus on quality and demand, and there is no right, like perfect infrastructure because you have a simple process that gets business within your, I would say, ongoing cycle of revenue. Meanwhile, other businesses that are big, they focus on high ticket, but they only sell one high ticket instead of having a recurring audience. So what you want to do for yourself is have a recurring stream of income coming in order to replenish your revenue on a monthly basis. Okay? Because in this case, again, you are not building for the short term, short gains, but you're building for the long term so that you can get yourself out of your 9 to 5 within the 6 to 12 month range. Now, the Nomad creator, I would say, principle behind this is that we don't pursue to be famous. We basically pursue to be wealthy. And wealthy means that we have a lean, profitable, and scalable business. And this is the thing that's going to allow us to achieve our freedom number, meaning our monthly income that's going to make us not only self-sustained, but profitable for the long term, which is again a having a recurring revenue that's coming in. Meanwhile, you're focusing on a business only 2 to 3 hours a day. Okay, so this is the simplicity we want to build within our business. Now, the simplicity model has 5 components, as I said in the beginning. So the first one it talks about is building a following of people. Now, you can do this by promoting your content, but your content has to be insightful and intentful. Okay, so not talking about value, which is how to do this, but talking about why this is important, and if they don't apply it, what will be the consequences of it. If you do that, people will see that you all have a high competence when it comes to certain topics, okay? Because they can see your expertise within that. The number two is to turn the followers into leads. And the way you do it is by having call to actions, as I said, based on your insights. You say, hey, if you want to solve this issue, what I would recommend you do is this and this and this. But you don't explain how to do it because that is done after they make the purchase. Okay. So what you want to lead with is that only after you take an action, that's when you are going to benefit from this. Number three would be the workshop itself. So people that are wanting to move forward with you and don't want to invest in a course, don't want to invest in a coaching, they will be open to investing in a workshop, a live workshop or a recording workshop on a specific topic. It also can be a mini course for a lower fee, but the workshop ranges from like 97, sometimes 49, other times it will be 195 or 149, somewhere in that range. The ideal sweet spot will be 97. You do a live workshop for an hour or two. You have a slide presentation and or a SOP or a template or swipe that you can give away at the workshop and you can walk people through it. This is how within these 3 steps, you are able to capture leads. You're able to monetize your leads by selling your workshop. Okay. Now, what do you do after you get them as a customer, as a workshop client as so? What you want to do is turn them into a client for the long term. So you have a one single page offer that sells your offer between 1,000 to 3K, or if you're jumping on a call, you can sell them something higher. If you are not jumping on a call, you can simply sell for one payment click, or you can sell them for a coupon which they can get a small discount if they decide to buy your offer between 1K to 3K. And again, you only need a VA or an editor to be able to provide these people consistent follow-up or content related to your, I would say, the pain or objections, whatever you are getting. Now, the ideal process will be, as I said, to have a system that automatically nurtures the audience, okay? Meanwhile, it will be an email follow-up or it will be social media content that talks about those pains and problems. And if you have that system, you can plug and play your content, of which you can just push the content out that talks about, hey, why it's important for them to take action despite having these doubts, these problems, these objections, etc. Now, the fifth step will be to upsell them in if you have an offer 1 to 3K, etc., will be to upsell them into the recurring, the 2 to 3 times more expensive product, of which gives them proximity to you, gives them access to you. If they buy a high ticket offer, they can get access, but in a group setting. But if they want a proximity offer, whatever offer you have that is solely privately getting your mentorship, etc., has to be more premium because you have to make sure that you're guarding your time. This is not something you're going to get back. So if you guard your time, you're going to give you more leverage. You are going to be more in demand and clients are going to be wanting to work with you. Okay, so these are the insights I can share with you within building your one-person business in a much more efficient and simplicity model. If you're interested in learning more, you can check out my newsletter. Just go into the bio, you'll find the link, or you can check out my Priority Pass course, which gives you much more in-depth knowledge and expertise and skills to practice when it comes to building your simplified one person business model. All right, I appreciate it. See you guys later on. Take care.